Hi, today we're going to be putting to good use the Benefit Beyond Mascara in the shade Blue, or Beyond Blue as they call it. This is a product that's been kind of highly sought after, really. I've had a go at some of the cheaper blue mascara brands, so the Collection 2000 have got a blue mascara that they've brought out which looks super vibrant when you apply it. When it kind of dries and sets, it's more of a navy blue. So I've seen this product. Lisa from Benefit, obviously head makeup artist and trend artist there, she's done a lot of conversations recently about this blue mascara, and it seems to be a bit of a hot trend. So I thought, why not hook myself up with the mascara itself in the colour blue, give it a go. I'm not afraid of taking a leap of faith with colour, so I thought, let's purchase this. So if we open up the packaging and take a look, oh okay, so we have the normal They're Real packaging, but as you can see here, rather than it being in that kind of gunmetal coloured packaging, we've got this metallic blue packaging which says They're Real mascara on it. You can quite clearly see using the label at the bottom that it's blue. So if we just open this up for the first time, ooh, oh okay, so here you can see that is a vibrant blue, and we've got a plastic brush applicator with the little wand at the end, which obviously they're quite famous for in terms of being able to get all of the individual lashes. Now my lashes are quite small, so I'm hoping that this is going to help anyway, give some volume but also a big boost of colour. So just to start the eye off, I'm just going to do my left eye for the demonstration. I'm just going to prep the eye with some of the Urban Decay eyeshadow primer potion, which I swear by, it's kind of a religious go-to for me. This is the colour Eden. I quite like this because it hides all of the kind of veins or imperfections that sit behind the eye, so it can be quite handy for me. So I'm just going to pop that on as a base, and I always put it on the back of my hand first and then kind of use my finger to apply that to the rest of my eye. Now I always do the whole of my eyelid and just slightly under here, and so you can already see that this eye is automatically brighter and lighter than this eye, so that's a nice base for us to go with. What I'm going to use to amplify the colour is, I did think about doing just a normal kind of pale eye behind it, which is fine, but I kind of wanted to see what it looked like with a bit of colour, because it's quite rare that I will have an eye without any colour or eyeshadow behind it and just solely rely on the mascara. So what I'm going to use is a couple of shades from this MAC palette, which is Purple x9. It's got 9 MAC eyeshadows in there. And the colour that I'm probably going to use is lightly sugared, and then I will give that a little bit of a brighter colour. So the colour I'm going to use is this one. This is the colour that I kind of it's getting to the end of its life here, I think. It's kind of the go-to colour because it's got such a strong pigment. So if I use that one, I'm just using a eyeshadow brush, number 4 from Stargazer, super fluffy brush there, just so that I can kind of apply that quite quickly and cover quite a lot of ground from that. So I'm just covering the whole of the eyelid, going up above the crease slightly, just to give a bit of extra colour above the lid itself, and I'm just blending that out up towards the brow bone and just slightly underneath. Now I am barely coating the brush, and you can already see how pigmented this is. Now when I go to work, or I have a Kat Von D lipstick that's almost an identical colour to this, which I kind of wear at the same time, they look crazy good together. So that's the purple colour, and then I'm just going to add a little bit of contour with this, which is a slightly darker shade. This is called Satellite Dreams from MAC, so I'm just gonna pop a little bit of that in the corner of my eye just to give a little bit of depth along there. And to be fair, I'm doing this quite quickly. It's not always best or easiest to use a big fluffy brush like this when you're contouring the eye or giving a bit of colour, because it doesn't give any kind of definition, but actually that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for a bit of a exaggerated look that's not that defined. Blue mascara itself isn't a defined look or colour, and actually being a little bit more risque with it is, you know, completely fine to go and experiment with. So just building that colour up around the lid, and then just a touch of this very, very dark tone shadowy lady. If we pop that up and in the crease here. Lovely. Just gonna re-grip my hair back so that we don't have any further hair falling into eye scenarios. Everybody's probably outraged at my hair grip opening technique, but as far as I'm concerned, that is the quickest and easiest way to get my hair back and out of my face. And just finish sculpting around my eye like so. Okay, and then in order to kind of lighten and brighten the eye up a little bit, I've got this individual colour called Windsor from Cargo Cosmetics. As you can see, it's really pale. I did do a video about this eyeshadow when I first bought it, but I also did it with a few other swatches, and actually some of the other eyeshadows I bought were quite terrible. So I decided against doing a really negative video when the majority of the colours weren't that great. But this is the Windsor shade from Cargo. So this is quite a pale neutral colour. It's not crazy pigmented, but what I quite like about it is it's a nice neutral shade that is quite close to my skin tone itself. So I'm just putting that along the brow bone, as you can see, and blending that down, and then just a little pop of that in the corner of my eye. When you feel this makeup, it actually feels quite grainy, but it does not feel like that when applied on the lid itself, which is quite reassuring, as you wouldn't want a grainy eye. So that's the eyeshadow which I've put on. As you can see, it's given a subtle lilac-y, purpley colour. It looks like I've kind of been punched in this eye versus this eye. So what I want to do now is build up a couple of layers of this They're Real Blue Mascara. So I'm going to pop that open straight away and start building up. Okay, that is so exciting. So a bit like some of the cheaper brands, you are getting a really vibrant colour application on there. But in actual fact, the proof will be in the pudding, as they say, as to whether it dries this vibrant and bright. So we'll put the first layer on. My eyelashes are so unruly and gappy that I sometimes struggle with They're Real mascara, because I will apply my mascara in one direction and then there is too much product on the lash itself, and then they kind of clump together. So I find myself kind of brushing the eyelashes into oblivion to keep them separated whilst they're drying. And because I can, let's pop some on the bottom. I always love watching people put their makeup on, because they all do that silly face when they're applying eyeliner or mascara, and even lipstick to an extent, where you're kind of this piece of hair does not want to be my friend today. So whilst we leave that one eye to dry before I put a second application on, I can see, probably more so than the camera, how volumized my lashes are. They are already looking significantly better than this side. But more so probably on the bottom lashes. So I'm just going to do one more coat. I mean, they really are volumizing. You can see why Benefit's mascara always has such high ratings, because once you put it on, it really does transform how thick, how long, how volumized those lashes are. And this is quite a significant change. So obviously here we have my slightly darkened eye, which is completely natural looking, and then on this side you can quite clearly see that we have a really nice blue twinge to the eyelashes, which does seem quite vibrant and bright. I think the lighting is potentially not doing the biggest set of favours for you to see just how bright that is. But also the bottom lashes, you can't even tell that I have eyelashes on this side. Here you definitely can. And the same here. I mean, I have mascara on this eye, but on this eye they are massively volumized, thicker, really, really nice, vibrant. I actually am a fan of this with the lilac eyeshadow. I'm tempted, let's see if we can just put some on this eye so you can see without the lilac, if you can see the blue any brighter. It complements the eyeshadow really well, which was my aim for the blue eyeshadow, is to layer it up with a coloured eyeshadow that went with it really well. But actually it almost doesn't need that. It's a bit of a statement piece on its own, and with a blue eyeliner I imagine that this would be pretty shocking, pretty vibrant, perfect for the summer really. The nautical look is obviously quite in at the moment, so I imagine that it will be quite a nice addition to any kind of blue and white outfit for the summer. So obviously I mentioned that I already had some mascara on this eye. I'm just doing the silly mascara application phase. This has made my eyelashes look like I have double the amount of eyelashes that I actually do. So here we go, I've just applied that to this eye, and as you can see already, that's really opened my eye up. It's made my eyelashes look super long, it's lengthened from the root, and it's creating this really vibrant blue colour as well. So even this is obviously the look without eyeshadow, this is the look with the lilac eyeshadow, and it's creating a gorgeous lifted beautiful blue effect. I am in love actually with this mascara. It's definitely, I mean, this eye has dried now and it's so striking, it's so in your face, but actually you could probably get away with this blue mascara on its own, going to work. There's not really an issue with that, and you can pull it off with a coloured, strong coloured eyeshadow base as well. So it seems like it's fulfilling the best of both worlds. And I think sometimes blue mascara has the association of being quite old-fashioned, a bit cheesy, a bit from the 90s, but it's made a comeback, and Benefit have brought it back with their kind of classic, their real perfect product, really strong colour. The fact that the mascara itself is brilliant, so the fact that it's in a bright blue shade is just rocking. So as far as I'm concerned, 5 out of 5, highly recommended. Go and give it a try. That is Benefit They're Real in Beyond Blue.